Unbelievable, fellas. Just wouldn't stop. The Sixers win. They stay undefeated at home. That is now 9 home wins this season. We win 119 to 114. We win by 5. We beat the Phoenix Suns. Joel Embiid with his 11th 30-10 game. The next person in line has 4. That's how dominating Joel has been. He finishes the day with 33 and 17. He was a stud. He was a beast. He cannot go for granted. This guy is so special, so elite, and legitimately could be the MVP of the NBA. That's how dominating he has been. Now, it was cool to see the matchup between him and DeAndre Ayton. Obviously, he won the battle, but Ayton's got some potential without a doubt. He's not as big as Joel. He's still a bigger kid for his size, and he's got that nice little hook shot. He finishes the day with 17, but obviously no competition for somebody like Joel Embiid. Ben Simmons was phenomenal again today. Put a little bit more oomph into those drives, which I've been asking for. Mike Muscala with a big night as well. He hit a lot of free throws. He finishes the day with 19. Ben was 1 assist shy of a triple-double as he finishes with 19, 11, and 9. The storyline out of this one is this Fultz and TJ situation. So Fultz plays early in this game. He looked horrendous. He had 3 fouls called on him. Then at the end of the second, Brett Brown calls Fultz's number, and then he puts him back and brings out TJ. The crowd goes electric, standing ovation. It shows a shot of Fultz on the bench. He's like laughing, and from that point on in the basketball game, Fultz did not play, and TJ had all of his minutes. Without a doubt, he created a spark, but what does that say? Where do we go from here with Fultz if you're putting in TJ McConnell over the #1 overall pick in the draft for us? What does that say? It doesn't say anything good, I'll tell you that. First quarter of this game, it was sloppy as hell. It seemed like the Suns wouldn't miss. Devin Booker was doing his thing. We had 8 turnovers. Sloppy first half. We come out in the third quarter, and I'm thinking, okay, how are we going to respond? Because normally we have the lead going into the half, and our third quarter is just abysmal. Well, how about this? The Sixers come out and actually take the lead. They're up 6 after the third quarter, and they win outright the quarter of 35-24. So we were explosive offensively there. We did what we needed to do, and we take control in that third, and then we finish them off in the fourth. Obviously, the Suns are not a powerhouse or this fantastic squad. They're filled with young players. The Sixers get the job done at home. The home court advantage is obviously a serious thing with this Philadelphia Sixers team, which is amazing without a doubt. One thing I wanted to look for is Mikal Bridges, right? That was a big storyline before the season started. We draft him, we trade him. How will he do? He finished with 13. He hit a couple threes there late to try and continue the game on, but it wasn't enough. I like his play, obviously, a Villanova product. I was curious to see how he would perform tonight. Rashawn Holmes was there, and Booker, he dropped 37 on us, and for some reason, why does it always seem like the other team's star is putting up numbers? And you got to remember, Jimmy Butler was not happy with the 60 he allowed Kemba Walker, even though he hit the game winner. Well, you look at Booker dropping 37. Butler had a quiet night offensively. He just, it just wasn't his night when you look at the stat line, but he did enough. He finished with 16. JJ finished with 17. He was getting hit in the nose a couple times. He had to go back to the locker room. He had stuff stuffed up his nose, but he was knocking down shots when he needed to. At one point in this game, we were down 12 in the first quarter, and one of our lineups was Fultz, Shamet, Korkmaz, Muscala, and Amir Johnson. And I'm like, oh, really? What is this nonsense? What is this nonsense? It did not last very long at all as JJ ended up coming back into the game. But at that point, I was questioning, Brett, what is that? That's not a good lineup. It is not a good lineup. The Sixers win. They beat a bad team. And one thing we noticed there at the end was that hug between Allen Iverson and Jimmy Butler. And that was like an emotional man hug. That was Jimmy Butler like admiring his idol hug. And AI was like talking in his ear, probably saying, this is the best city ever. Let's do it. Let's do it for the city. But that was seriously a very, very emotional hug there. And that makes me happy because to me that seems like Jimmy Butler is relating to the city a little bit. When you hug a star in this city like Allen Iverson. Let's do this. Let's ride this. This seems like this is a possible stretch to take on. Now, we have the Pelicans coming in on Wednesday at home. At home, so that gives us an advantage. Great squad, though. We're going to see Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a battle. That is a legitimate test, and I'm super excited for it. I think we can handle it. This team's starting to flow a little bit more. Yes, I still question what we are going to do with this bench and the rotation once we hit the bench. Obviously, the Wizards news has come out that they are ready to blow up and explode, so maybe we can look into that, and I'm sure Alton Brand is. But the team is starting to flow more. Ben Simmons is starting to attack more. Joel Embiid is consistently giving us 30 and 10s. And Jimmy Butler's starting to get the flow of things. So I'm really excited for what this team can do. And listen, we beat up on the bad team at home. That's what you're supposed to do. Very excited for the future. Let me know what you think down below. Thank you so much for watching. Comment in the comment section. I need to know your thoughts on what Joel Embiid is doing, on how Ben Simmons is being more dominant. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.